What's up? It's your girl, Kris Kaylin, back for another chapter of Princess Diaries, and I am very excited. This guest came in all the way from Atlanta for little old me, and have not seen him in years, but he's been doing the damn thing, and I am here with Jahliel Thurman of HBCU Yard Talk. You've just been doing so many great things. How are you?
Man, Kris, I'm great. How are you?
I am great. Like, first of all, he's down here. I was like, why are you even, in the state? He's like, oh, I'm going to Claflin. I'm like, well, what are you doing at Claflin? Oh, I'm going to get an award. Like, just so casually, I'm just going to pick an award. No big deal. No, big deal. So congratulations on that. And just everything that you've accomplished. Like, I know I haven't seen you in some years, but like, from that time, I've been creeping Instagram, creeping social media, see partnerships with Coach, and you hosting CIAAs and all these things.
Yeah.
So, like, before we get into all of that, we got to backtrack it because you got to tell the story, because everything you've done, you've built it brick by brick. So, HBCU graduate, obviously.
For sure.
Virginia State.
Come on now.
Okay, even though I got my big SC State, I didn't have any Virginia State nails. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, like, when you were there, you were a student leader. And, from one student leader to another, I feel like that really shapes us for the future. So, like, how has that shaped you into the man that you are today?
That's a great question.
I try, friend. I try.
Because like when I think about like my time at VSU, like, I hated Virginia State at first.
I hated South Carolina State at first.
I hated, like,
I went to transfer first. Oh my
freshman year, I wanted to get up out of there. Coming from Chicago to Petersburg, it was just different. And I was playing 2K a lot. Like,
right.
Then I was like, all right. My mom was like, nah, just stay to India if you still want to a transfer. All right, cool. And got involved, got an SGA, joined a community service organization, the student liaison outreach team, and just that was a vibe. And so, like, being able to really like learn how to spread my wings and adapt, right? I always tell people, if when I talk to high school students about going to college, it's always like, if you can't leave home. Yes. The key to me is that, because that's your ability to adapt. And so, like, I had to adapt at Virginia State. Like, I felt like, I was a big fish in a little pond in high school, so now you're a small fish in a big pond, right? And I had to just grow my muscles, and then I became a big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it works like that, literally. It was just so parallel. When I first got Sam hated it, and then I ended up winning the sophomore, and I was like, I guess I'll stay. I'll stick around. And then we did NASAP and just so many different organizations that I joined. And I always tell people, when you go to college, get involved. Like, I always tell this high school, I'm like, don't be a dweeb. Don't stay in your room freshman year. Like, don't be a loser. Like, come on. You have all these different people to meet. You have games. It's an organization for any and everything. It is. So I feel like getting active helped me acclimate to the culture a lot more. Nah, it did too for me. Like, being a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated New Side Chapter, to being an SGA, vice president for 2 years, and then had the opportunity to be SGA president. Like, just being able to create that impact and like have a different love for my school. I think then that's what helped me transpire to like having a different love for like all HBCUs, because I went to NASAP, I went, these different days, and I started to see other people have so much pride in their institution outside of like, the schools that are near me.
Right. And it's like, just seeing that. I think NASAP, like, student leaders, whoever, NASAP is just such a... Have you been back there? Have they invited you to NASAP?
You know what? We're in talks of it right now, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, because it needs to happen. NASAP, if you get to hey...
Yeah, NASAP was the vibe.
Call me too, by the way. So, Yard Talk 101 was born from your love of HBCU and storytelling. So, like, what conversation or what sparks it, I need to make this into a platform?
So 2013, spring 2013, we had 3 students die from off-campus organization hazing at Virginia State. Wow. They got swept up in the Appomattox River. So that was like, it was a morale. They changed the morale on campus, right?
I can imagine.
And I had just been elected SGA president. Cool. Get through the summer, we kind of like, all right, okay. Man, homecoming come, CIAA football championship. I don't know which one came first. Homecoming first. We had a brawl on campus.
Oh, y'all.
Oryx was wilding.
Oh, y'all was turning.
It was turned up. We had like a little stabbing. It was crazy. And
what y'all got going on?
It was Wild Wild West out there. And then I think the cherry on the top was the CIAA football championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia State versus Winston-Salem State. So this is before they started making it neutral grounds. The championship game was in Winston. And like Winston, I guess, was provoking State and wearing all black, doing typical, nothing crazy.
Right.
But something happened in the bathroom. And the football players got brawling in the bathroom. And the narrative was painted that it was us.
Right.
We got disqualified from the championship game. Winston-Salem won this off straight disqualification. Stephen A. Smith, right, who's an HBCU alum from Winston-Salem.
Right.
Blasting us on ESPN. Calling us thugs and all these different things. And the morale, when I say it just kept going down.
Oh my God.
Now, mind you, I'm like, bro, I've been at SGA for 2 years.
Right.
It's been a time.
Right.
Why now?
Right. But I'm in charge.
Why, right? So it's like, okay, how do we change the energy? And so we did a spoken word video with some creatives, and we addressed the media. Mm-hmm. And it went, at that time, viral, right? The students loved it, the alumni base loved it, the president, so I ended up doing an interview on Channel 12, because I think that the guy actually was an alpha from Virginia State, so it was, an easy feel-good story.
Right.
And that's when I say, all HBCUs need someone that's willing to tell their story from a positive light and a positive light only.
Yes.
Because the media,
they're going to
tear it down,
turn you every way but loose.
Yeah, so okay, so I graduate, 2014, and I'm sitting on an idea for about, a year and a half, not a year and a half, but just trying to literally figure out life, graduate, what we're going to do, mass comm degree.
Because no one tells you that when you graduate, sucker punch you in the face.
It's different.
Yes.
And then when you get a mass comm degree, it's it's different depending on where you want to go. Some people get their master's, some people are trying to just figure it out.
Right.
And I wasn't a behind the camera person, so I really didn't take, learning quick keys and editing and all that serious.
Right.
I knew how to do it to pass, but I wasn't this is something. I wish I would have did that just to have that skill set.
Right.
So I couldn't get any jobs.
Right.
Because they were looking for editors and they were quick.
To get your foot in the door, right.
I was not that. And then one day, sitting with my best friend, just talking about it, he was like, hey, bro, we've been talking about this idea of traveling to these schools and doing these videos and creating this company, Yard Talk, but bruh, if you ain't gonna do it, shut up.
Right.
Shut up, bro.
Sometimes you need a friend like that. You need a friend like that.
And he said either do it and keep talking about it, or don't do it and shut the talking about it. So I'm
glad you listened to him.
And I said, all right, so February 8th, 2015, Yard Talk 101 was born, and I didn't know what I was doing. We literally just
anyone knows that it's an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea. But we just started traveling and, cameras, no mics, didn't have nothing for real. It's nothing of what life is today.
Right.
Had I been doing this then, oh my gosh, it'd have been crazy. Before Instagram was really what Instagram is.
I tell people, I was before TikTok. I was you were so before art. We curbed. I was if this was during the TikTok period was.
Man, we'd be kidding.
We don't be millionaires.
And it's crazy. So they started traveling to the schools, and I think I had came to South Carolina State because it was something happening with.
Was it homecoming?
No. It was y'all might be losing accreditation. It was something happening that it was and I was like, hey, we're gonna go down there and we're gonna see what's up.
And that's when I did my State of SC State Bulldog Bite episode with that. And that's how we ended up crossing paths.
But that's literally how Yard Talk 101 was birthed, and it was bro, we want to just tell a beautiful story of our HBCUs. And
I love that, when you go back and you look at those, videos, and you sometimes just but I never, cringe, because I'm this was an idea. Yeah. When I look back at my very first Bulldog Bite, when I keep on my YouTube channel, just, so I can remember where I came from. My people were orange, okay? I knew I wanted them in front of a green screen, but they were orange, but the idea was there. So it's cool when you can go back. So from SGA president and a student at Virginia State to now a talk show host. So how has your definition of success changed from you being a senior in college to 33-year-old Jahliel?
I think it's interesting because I think success for me is always changing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think it's challenging because you accomplish things, and it's after you get them, You thought that's what success was, and then you want more.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it's just trying to find peace and with God, within where you are in life, and just understanding that it's like you're constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think right now I'm finding success in just the space in life I'm in that's not even in entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like we're trying to figure out, okay, what does my career look like from an entertainment perspective?
Right.
You know, trying to get back to doing certain things, but I found peace in God right now. I found peace in like my physical health, my mental health, my spiritual health, my emotional health. So like I'm looking at success now as, well, I don't have to have all of these things in the world to be able to start a family or to be able to do this, to be able to do that. Like, you just gotta be okay with yourself. And I think right now I'm finding success with the fact that I just love me.
Because I feel like the older I get, and I agree, it's just like a peace of mind right now.
Yeah.
And success. Like having, like, I think I take my success now day by day.
Yep.
It's just kind of like, once you hit those peaks and you were so like, I gotta get here. And when you get here, it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, maybe I thought confetti would pop out.
Yeah.
Or I would like, I don't know, people just, yeah, but it's just like now, it's just like, okay, cool. Like,
What's next? Yeah.
and do you feel like sometimes, like, once you do that and you're like, cool, what's next? Do you, like, not take the chance to, like, bask in what you did?
You know, I've been told that. And so now I think I've been trying to be more present.
Yeah.
Like, more present just in, like, you know what? Like, my agent has had to tell me, like, hey, bro, you know how many people would die to have had a television show on TV? He's like, yo, some of the people you look up to or you wish you had, they don't even actually have, you know, like,
smoke and mirrors.
like to be able to have produced and host a show and have had 10 seasons of it and at least have been able to really see, okay, cool. And then we've been pitching different shows. And, you know, it's like, it's one of those things where if you gauge your own success, right?
Yes.
And if you're not feeling like you happy with it and then you don't feel successful,
right.
In actuality, like,
sometimes you got to go back and look at your resume. You got to go back because, like, everybody can say they have 10 seasons of a show that they produced and created from here. Like,
and I own the intellectual property, so it's like
a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, and you try to find, and that's when it goes back to, like, peace with God.
Yeah.
And understanding, like, man, God has kept me. I have the show because of him. And
right.
If he did that for me, imagine what else he's gonna do for me. So
listen,
you know what? Along the way, don't focus too much on that. Just keep sharpening your iron.
Yes.
You know,
and being around people who's gonna sharpen you. Iron that sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a great conversation. So, like, you hosted the SWAC basketball tournament, but you shared about the hesitation, even though it was something you wanted. So, like, can you speak on the anxiety?
Yeah, so it's weird. I get anxiety with, like, large crowds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because it's like, I don't know y'all. I don't know me.
Really?
So, like, y'all gonna think I'm cool, y'all gonna think I'm corny, y'all gonna, like, it's these thought of, so then you start to question your talent.
Right,
like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that was different for me because I've never hosted in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I was like, okay, I've done that before. I know what to expect. Like,
right.
I've done the step show. Okay, cool. I know I want to treat it like this. You know, I've done this. I want to treat it like that.
Right.
This is like, I've never done anything like this before. So
and it's
like,
new territory.
And I'm like, bro, none of these schools, you know, CIAA, so I don't have a real personal relationship with any of these schools, and none of them, you know, Virginia State out there, like, so then it's okay, well, what's this HBCU? Like, all these different thoughts in my mind of, like, yo, these people don't like me. They're not
how can I engage them and, like, not piss them off?
Like,
right.
The commissioner gonna, like, you know, like,
right.
And then, you know, but it was, you know, it was like one of those things where I've been in, like, yo, God is not gonna open no door I'm not ready to walk through.
Okay.
Right? And so I'm just like, all right, well, I was hesitant, called the big bro back. He was like, no, I already told him he was gonna do it. And I was like, I appreciate that, because I was like, you know, I was calling like, I know I sounded funny, but I really want this. He like, nah, I already told. He said, I trust you. I believe in you. You're talented. I ain't worried about it. And sometimes you really just need people like that to just reassure you in the different seasons that you're in that, nah, bro, you got skill, you got talent. It's confident boosting. You can do your thing.
And sometimes I feel like people view us the way we don't see ourselves sometimes. And he was like, nah, I see you on that court. And it's funny. So, like, you know, I grew up dancing. I grew up being on stage. So, like, being in front of large crowds, I love it. Like, but I will tell people I don't go to the gym because, like, I don't like people staring at me. And that's crazy. So it's like, I don't mind thousands of people staring at me or whatever, hundreds of people staring at me at, like, a party or a concert. But, like, I don't go to the gym because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't like people looking at me like I'm crazy. So, like, I was like, I feel like it's too intimate of a setting. Yeah. I feel like in smaller settings, I mean, obviously I know you, so like, I'm not nervous, but I feel like in smaller settings where I don't know people, like, hands start to get clammy. Yeah. But it's like, put me on the stage with 500 people. We all like, I might do the work.
You know, now for me, you know, I actually get nervous in all interviews.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's because I talk too much.
Well, no, it's not. I think for me, I think I always like, whether it's one-on-one interviews, you know, I hosted Essence Festival. I hosted a panel at Essence Festival.
You said it like that's not a big deal. Yeah, like, wait, we gonna swing back to that because.
But like that panel was an HBCU panel. Cool. It was with family though.
Right.
Luke Lawal from HBCU Buzz, Terrence J, the big bro, and Lance Gross.
Right.
So I knew who I was talking to.
Right.
Like, that's family. But it was a crowd of people. And I was like, that's my first time. So like, to the naked eye, I didn't look nervous.
Right.
Like, you know, but to me,
your heart was probably like,
my jaw was going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And they put a monitor in like, sir, you have a heart attack. Please relax.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, we got 30 minutes. I want to get through these questions. It's, you know, then it's like, yo, it's TJ, it's Lance.
And they all got something good to say.
Yeah, but then it's like, yo, that's like, you know, like I've always looked up to TJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lance is big bro. Luke, of course, a good bro. Is like, cool. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. This is my first time here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really know who I am. They know who they are, right? So there was that, but then it was like I started to find ways to. I'm one of those people that like once I'm good. Like, but I've learned to find icebreakers.
Right.
So like now, so my icebreaker is, yo, God is good all the time.
If you don't say
all the time,
God is good.
Because everybody know that.
And if you don't, somebody will be like,
exactly. So then it's like I just had to check to make sure y'all was, and then we with me, and then it's kind of like that.
Right. Did you see when Candace Owens was on the Breakfast Club and they was like, God is good, and she said, yes, he is.
Oh no. It's crazy.
And then they said it again. She was like, God is good. She was like, yes, he is.
Crazy. Because I remember when we did it at Essence, it was crazy because I had said it and it was, everybody knows it.
Right.
So that's like, y'all with me. Okay,
right.
Cool.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
You passed the vibe check.
Yeah, that's the, all right, bet. And then, you know, I go into the HBCU and it was and it was crazy because it was people that went to school with me.
Wow.
That was like, yo, Jahliel, we coming to your panel just because.
And doesn't that make you feel good?
Like, yeah, because it's like people that were really in class with me.
Right. They know me.
They know me.
It's nothing like being with people who like saw you start from the bottom with your first brick and then to see where you are and it's like they
genuinely proud and happy.
Going
they like, yeah, TJ there, cool. Man, we want to take a picture with you.
Right. It's like you are a celebrity. If you want ours. And it's just like I'll never forget going on that Breakfast Club just to support. It's like the way the state ice just jumped out. It's like Bulldogs who graduated before me, after me, is like, you want ours. And like, that's why I tell people like who've never attended an HBCU homecoming, like, I can't put it into words. Like,
y'all tailgate go crazy.
You know what's crazy? So this is going to roll into my next question. So I saw you have the Jahliel. I'm glad you said that because as so many Aggies who look at my stuff and they hate and they try to come for us. But you heard it. We had the largest homecoming in America, and we're playing North Carolina A&T for their homecoming this year. And we gonna whoop y'all. Oh. You heard it. And I'm gonna clip this part to play it again back during homecoming. Oh, wow. So I hope you don't have any eggs because you're gonna be in this clip.
Wow.
So you might get some smoke from
wow. Wow. Oh, wow. You know, mute out my dogs.
So I'm gonna clip this part right here.
Oh, wow.
That's for homecoming.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna bring this back in October.
Oh, wow.
So I saw that what is the mission? Because you have your foundation, the Jahliel Thurman Foundation. Mm-hmm. So what is the mission? Because I saw we celebrated a spa birthday party, and I have a request because my birthday actually falls in my homecoming this year. So I'm gonna see what y'all can do for that. But go ahead.
So we talk about like love languages, right? Mm-hmm. Gifts is my love language. Right, I love receiving gifts. I love giving gifts.
Oh. I'm gonna give you some snacks when you leave.
Appreciate it. And you know, fortunately for me, I grew up. You know, we grew up okay, right? So there was never a birthday that I didn't have gifts. I didn't have a party, Christmas. You know, like I remember the year the PlayStation 2 came out. You know, first of all, we was living in a 5-6 bedroom house, 3-car garage, suburbs,
You grew up fine.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up on O-Block. Because when you said Chicago, I'm like...
No, I'm from the city, though.
Okay.
But, at this part of my life, in that space, we had moved and, we had these different things. And, I remember, like, my mom was like, my grandma went to, like, they was going to every Walmart, Target, Circuit City, Best Buy to get the PlayStation 2. And, of course, I ended up getting it. And as you get, you think that's normal. So I
know when you said Circuit City, you told our age.
Definitely.
Okay.
But as you grow up, you think that's everybody's life.
Right.
Regardless of where you at, right? Like if you grew up 100% in the hood, you think that's everything. Like you grow up in the suburb, and it's not until you grow up in life that you start to understand like everybody doesn't grow up the same.
Right.
And it just hit me, and I'm just like, you go to college, that's when it's different. You go to college. Because you start to realize like some people, how their dorms are and what they have compared to what you have, compared to what another person have, and like somebody don't got both their parents, and like some people they are their own independent. Like it's different.
It's so different.
And I'm like, wow, like wait a minute, so y'all like certain things that was normal to me, like wait, y'all ain't. And so as I got older and then started doing more things in the schools and impact, I realized like it's a lot of underserved kids out here that birthdays is just another day.
They don't have the resources.
Yeah, like they don't. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's crazy, and I'm just like, what? Like I got friends and people that say, "Hey, man, my mom that forgot it was even my birthday." Like it's just, and I said, "What?"
Right.
Everybody know when April 7th is. Like it ain't even a question.
It's a holiday.
Big Aries, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And so I created a foundation because I said, I want to just get love. Like, I want kids to feel loved on their birthday. Like even if it's only one birthday, I may take it back. Like I just wanted your day was about you. And so what we decided to do was find a kid each month. Sometimes it's hard because not all kids are only children.
Right.
And it's like I can't do your birthday and
not your
I hadn't did your sister's birthday, your sibling's birthday, and let's say I find you in July and their birthday was in January. You know what I'm saying? So we only try to find single so that we don't cause no friction in the house. But yeah, it's been cool, man, because we did a bowling party for someone at main event and laser tag and all that, and then got on my iPad and all this, and we did someone recently for April, and she wanted a spa birthday thing, so we put her in a spa, we paid for it, and got her some shoes, and it's one of those things. It's like, let us know what you want. Like I don't choose the thing. Like tell me, like it's like we got like a little profile sheet of your name, age, what kind of birthday you like to have, or you would have to have, like, so we know, like, what makes you feel good, because I'm going to do it up for my birthday, so I want to do it up for your birthday, and so that's what we've been able to do, and then for the holidays, I look for families of, like, 5, 6, like, because I want to be able to impact the whole house, you know what I'm saying, like, so I think like, last Christmas, we raised about maybe $5,000.
Wow.
And I was able to impact like 3-4 families, like, and one family, the grandmother was raising her children, her grandkids. Grandma is raising her grandkids and her great-grandkids.
Grandma is the mama.
She is the mama.
The mama and the baby.
And like, I remember she was saying like her water bill was like $500. And water bill ain't nothing but $30 a month, $25. So that lets you know how far behind she was.
Right.
And and I'm gonna say this, and one of the things that like really like kind of like hit my heart was like, she was like, I gotta go take the bus. I have to wait until she got her Social Security or whatever, whatever income she get from the state, to take the bus with her grandkids to go get free diapers. So I'm gonna say it again. She had to wait till she got money from the state just to take the bus with her grandkids just to get free diapers, not to go to Target and buy diapers or Walmart or wherever, to get free diapers. That like messed my whole. And you gotta wait 10 days. She was waiting, so we just sent her diapers. And that wasn't even on the list. I said, hey, send her some more diapers. Send her everything she need. We paid we got her caught up, or at least paid at least half her water bill plus the gifts. Like,
and it seems small to somebody. It's huge.
Man, that lady still called my assistant. I was just thank y'all so much.
Man.
And because I was like, bro, you free diapers?
Right.
Like, and like I said, wow. Like, so it just...
It puts things in perspective.
It puts things really in perspective.
And it's just like, is my babe really that bad?
Yes.
Like...
It's some people going through it out here.
Listen, life turned them every way but loose. But like, when you get to tap into philanthropy and just things like that, I feel like it really brings out a side of you that like... It brings you closer to your community. So like, you can host these things, but like when you actually giving back and you can put yourself in their positions, but like not talk about it, just wanted to do something about it and to fix it. So that is very, very commendable. And if somebody wants to donate to the Jahliel Thurman Foundation, how can they do so?
They can find us on Instagram at the Thurman Way, THURMAN Way, and it's a link in the bio.
Perfect. So that's so beautiful. All right, so shifting gears a little bit, because I know you mentioned, talking about mental health, and that was the whole thing, so we gonna swing today. Okay. But I have to ask this question. So, like, with NIL deals just changing the landscape of college sports, how do you think it's going to affect HBCUs?
I don't know. Honestly, I think, because, it's a student at Virginia State. I think Raekwon Smith. He got like a lot of NIL deals. I don't know what his deals look like though, but he was kind of like, he got like deals from everybody. And I think it might help. I don't really know, because it's weird because you hear now like college players is getting paid
millions
to be a college to be a student and play a sport. But the reality of this is like, the schools was making so much money off these athletes anyway.
They should have been able to do it.
You know what I'm saying? I just think with HBCUs is different, because now I wonder, like, can anybody go to one now?
Right.
They gonna get paid or they'll get exposure? Like, I don't know. Like, I think that's an interesting space because, I just hope that it not only impacts the students but the schools, because maybe it help keep the students in school.
And that's the thing. I feel like now I think HBCUs need to just, I don't want to say quickly because that doesn't mean it's always going to be right, but they need to move in the direction of getting these sponsorships and these deals, because I feel like we could possibly lose a lot of great players. Like, I know as far as state is concerned, a lot of players went in the transfer portal to go to schools that offer NIL deals. So, like, I mean, I know I can only speak for state as far as, like, them trying to get the NIL program together. I don't know. And if there are other HBCUs, please in the comments, let me know if your school has, like, that NIL thing set up. But, and it's just, like, one of those things that's where, like, when you're talking about other HBCUs, we can talk amongst family. But it's just kind of like, sometimes we always be like, great schools, but why we always gonna be the last to do things? Like, it's no way we should be in the same state with these PWIs. And it's just kind of like, 4 years later, we finally got our NIL deals. Like, we got the Bad News Bears now. We recruiting.
I feel that.
So...
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
But they said it's even making it challenging for the big schools, though.
Really?
Because it changes how they recruit.
Because it's just like, if I can make millions being here for all 4 years, I'm not that pressed to go into NFL.
Why I got to go to your program?
Right.
Like, I can make $2 million going to your program. I can make $4 million going to this program.
Right. So
I'm going to go to this program. So now it changes the whole dynamics of everything because it's about money now.
Exactly. Yeah. So just off of deals and partnerships, you have curated some really, really, really awesome partnerships from Coach, the DTLR, Burdock Naturals, just everything. So like, how was it like, creating these partnerships and making sure they align with your brand?
That's interesting because like so I created like 33 goals. For 33.
Oh, dope.
And one of them was like more brand partnership. And so like my team was just kind of like, bro, like, but what does that look like? And so Coach was a vibe when we did Coach. When we had the opportunity.
I was like, oh my God. I was so proud. I was like, Coach was go you.
Like Coach was the first time I was like, oh, they mail stuff, you get stuff. I was like, oh man, that's dope. So shout out to Woody for that. When he was at Coach, appreciate the bros, man. And DTLR's always been love. Like DTLR supported me back since like 2016, 2017.
Oh, no.
So when I started doing my HBCU dinner series, they, Tremaine, shout out to Tremaine and J.O. Tremaine came to the dinner and that I had in Baltimore for CIAA last year. And he was like, yo, I just want to support you. Like, just let me know what this need to look like. And Tremaine really, like, rolled out the red carpet because not only did he support like financially and things like that, but he also used his other relationships with Collegiate Lux. And so each school I went to, I could represent the school.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then now with this opportunity with Burdock Natural, that came through a relationship. Shout out to my guy D-Berry, John D-Berry over there at Maker's Mark, Jahliel Thurman. It's his dad's, it's a family owned, and it's North Carolina Central, and it's the organic skincare line. And so, interesting enough, as my team, literally, we were just talking about, like, okay, how do we, when we announce it, but like, how do we make it fit within the brand?
Right.
And I was like, and I get a lot of compliments on my skin. Like, I get it like, oh my, your skin's
no, your skin looks very good.
But I don't do nothing for it.
Men never have to do anything except water.
Yeah. But then it was like, yo, this is an opportunity to work with a skincare brand. And like, I have eczema. So it's like being able to talk about like that, acne and stuff, and just how it's enhanced. And so from a men's self-care perspective, it's like the angle that we're deciding to take, and encouraging men. Because like, for example, because it was like, it's not something that you're going to be able to talk to about women. They said because women already got their routine. Like, you probably got what you use. Some people using Fenty, some people using whatever. Like, they already got that. They got they ready. But men, we just wash our face. Some use Dove, some don't. Some use body wash. Whatever. Like, it's just, and it just go about our day. So they was like, here's an opportunity to like educate men and put men on. I'm like, oh, damn, that's dope, right? And so now that I'm in the gym, because I lost like 40. Oh, because we was going to that in 90 days. Yeah. So like we wanted to, so I'm like, man, but I've been like, okay, maybe it's an opportunity for us to get like a Quest Nutrition partnership, because I love their Reese's bars that they got, and it's high in protein. Like, so now I'm trying to be strategic and okay, what do I use every day? Or what do I do every day? And how can we now create content around it and possibly build partnerships? So that's the space that we're in now. We're just trying to develop me as the brand. Right. And I mean, you did the groundwork. Like, having 10 seasons and just all these partnerships and hostings under your belt. Now it's time for them to come to you with the big box, okay? So, like, from, just taking care of yourself from outer into the inside, because you lost 48 pounds in 90 days. Yeah. And just in the midst of that, getting your mental health together, what made you say, I got to get a grip on my life? Honestly, man, I didn't love me. Ooh. I was in a dark season. What made you, and a lot of times when people like, they actually be like, you love yourself, you be like, yeah, of course. No. But then it's just like, you realize that you're doing things that are just, it's no way. I just wasn't happy with life. I was, I looked in the mirror and was just like, bro. And I was like, bro, and I stepped on the scale. I was 262 pounds. I'm like, bro, yeah, that's crazy. So we was like, all right. So I told myself, you know what, we're going to dedicate 90 days to no alcohol, no fast food, limiting my travel, being in the Bible, staying in therapy, and we're going to work out every day, like every day, and so in the beginning it was cool. It was like the first 10 days was like, I was like, bro, we got 80 more days in. And then life moves fast. Right. They say, it's 3 weeks in. So the first 21 days I did the Daniel fast. Okay. So I did no social media. I was in the gym. Daniel's fast is like a vegan thing. So it's like, it's more in the lines like from a vegan like fast of plants, fruits and vegetables and water. Okay. So pretty much cleansing everything. Yeah, but that was more of a spiritual thing for me. Right. At the top of the year, January 1st. Didn't wait till January 2nd. Didn't wait till January 5th. January 1st through the 21st, I was boom. And then we just 21 days, cool. Then we get to 45 days. It's like, man, you're halfway there. Then 75 days. Oh, bro, you got 15 days. Like, right. And it just it's crazy because I really entered the season only for weight gain, like to lose weight. And I started getting in the Bible, but coming out of it, it's like I went in for one reason and I came out with a whole nother clarity of like spiritual health, mental health, want to work on things emotionally, like changing my whole perspective on life and growing and just growing. Yeah, like it legit was like, oh wow, like, and so that was the thing. And then it was like, I always looked at January to April, it's like the first quarter of the year, right? But for me, it's the fourth quarter of my birth year. because my birthday is in April. So it's like, hey, here's an opportunity for me to end 32 strong and start 33 on the right foot. And so that's kind of like what really motivated it. And then when I lost the 40, I was like, oh, dang. And then it was
like, I can do this.
And I was trying to lose an extra 2 because I was like, man, it sounds better to say 50, but I couldn't get the 2 and 150. I was like, all right, we gonna roll with the punches, man.
But no, that's a beautiful thing when you can just do the work on the inside and it be shown on the outside. And like, even off camera, we were just talking about like just mental health and like just Black men not having these conversations. And I will say, like, out of all the men that I've interviewed, you are the first person to come on just so candidly to speak about like just spirituality and mental health. And I want Black men to know you can have these conversations, especially with your friends. So like, what does that look like as far as like these conversations in your group of friends?
Me and my friends have these conversations all the time. I feel like,
and that's refreshing to know, because I feel like men don't have these conversations.
Like, one thing about us, like, we got our own opinions. We got our own feelings. And we respect, like, your feelings, your opinions. That's your thoughts. But we have challenging conversations. Like, it's funny because one of my best friends, Kris, I remember I started going to therapy. Forgot when.
And what made you start? Because a lot of you introduce therapy to Black men, they're like, oh, I need to talk to the lady.
I think for me, man, I'm always about growth. Right? Like, I'm always about growth. I just want to grow.
Right.
And it was 20, and I was battling like depression.
And I feel like being in this, I don't want to just say being in this industry, just being a human being.
Yeah,
you need to talk to, like, definitely have a relationship with your higher power, God.
Sure.
Definitely, get that fitness in. But you gotta, just like how you working out your body, you gotta work out that mental.
And it's crazy because I started going to therapy maybe back in 2016, 2017. I can't remember. But it was like, I just needed help,
right?
And I was encouraging my friends, and Kris was like, it was something I needed to do. He's like, if you do this, and I forgot what it was. He's like, bro, I'll start going to therapy. So I was able to accomplish whatever it is that we talked about. He's been in therapy ever since, and it's been one of the best decisions that he's ever made. He'll tell you that, like, bro, like, I'm so glad that. The one thing about me is like, I like challenging, like, the thought process. Like, I like, I have no problem being me, right? I think a lot of times people struggle with just being them, right? Like, I have no problem. Like, it's crazy because today I got a family group chat. It's me, my dad, my 3 aunts, and my grandmother. So I'm the only one that ain't her kid. But I'm the oldest grandkid.
Right.
And I asked them, I said, yo, do y'all know y'all look like? And my aunt was like, man, that's so old age. That's some new age. And
it's a millennial.
And I'm like, nah, like, it's not. I said, my dad, we call him X because his name Malcolm. I'm like, yo, X.
I love that. Come on.
Because his real name Shabazz. So his nickname is X. I'm like, nah, X said he read the book 30 years ago. His love language was quality time, because me and my dad was just having a conversation. I was just curious to know because I'm reading the book.
Right.
And my aunt was like, I'm like, nah. Like I said, I just want to know how to love you the way you like to receive love.
Right.
Like, it's okay. Just, and so she was just, but we be going back, it just be, but these are the sharp iron conversations because Kris was the one who was like, Jahliel, you really need to read that book.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, nah, let me get to it. He said, nah, I'm telling you, bro, like, hey, bro, I swear to, when I get in a relationship, they don't get a great version of me, because he just felt like
I love that
book.
Right.
Yeah, but like, these are the conversations that we have. Like, my best friend Darius, like, we do the same thing. Like, and me and D was talking about male emotional incarceration. So I just read this book called Battle Cry, and The Moment the Man Demands by Jason Wilson. He's the author of both. And he talks about like how men, we just really don't know how to express our emotions and stuff. And so I'm talking to D about it, and me and him having a real 30-minute conversation on the phone. And I'm like, bro, you got to read this book. Like, he's like, bro, send it to me. I said, D, if I send you these books, I need you to promise that you're going to read. He said, yeah, I promise. And like, these are the conversations that we're never too prideful.
Right.
We like to truly sharpen the iron because, but we get older. right? And then we start having conversations and want to break generational curses. We start to be able to look at like our relationships with maybe my father might not have been great, or my relationship with my mom might have been. How could I have made that better? Or like now as adults, we have the opportunity to make change. We understand that life is all about choices.
Right.
So if you want to be a better man, be a better man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so these are literally like,
you got to make the effort.
Yeah, like we talk about budgeting, we talk about traveling, like it's not just like one side, and then people got their own opinions and stuff. We talk about marriage,
right?
And I was like, bro, like I get married, I ain't cheating on my wife, bro. Like that's stuff.
And these are conversations that I feel like some men don't have with each other. It's just like if you know your friend just got married and y'all spent all this money on bachelor party and wedding. Why are you not saying anything when 2 weeks later your friend is cheating?
Forget the money.
Right.
It's the covenant.
It's the principle.
It's the covenant between God. Like that was an oath you gave to God. You know what I'm saying?
That you took.
What you spent.
Right.
You could have spent $1. You could have spent $1 million on your wedding. It don't matter what you spent. It's about the oath, the vows that you took. And you made God. Forget the people that's in the room, because it could have been just y'all could have eloped. Right. Whatever it is, it's like, no, it's a covenant that you gave to your wife, a promise that you gave to your wife,
in front of God.
That you gave to God. And not to commit adultery is one of the 10 commandments. And God says, if you want to love me, is to love those commandments.
Right.
It's like so these are the conversations we had.
Right.
Because
it's self-control.
Yeah, discipline, self-control. And that's the one thing I gained in the 90 days. I learned that, you know what? If I can commit to going to the gym every day, and I lost 48 pounds, if I commit, I can commit to other areas of my life, and I'll gain something from that as well.
And it becomes a part of your lifestyle.
And it become a part of my lifestyle. So like I tell people, like when I have these conversations, spiritual, mental, and physical health were the goals for the first 90. Now that we've passed the first quarter of the year, we're continuing those. Worked out this morning before my flight. My flight was at 8:30. I was at the gym at 5.
I want to be like you in that.
But I was supposed to have therapy today, but because everything going on, I had to move my therapy session until Friday. Cool. So that's the physical health, right? Daily, that's the mental health. And then I pray to God, I'm in the Bible. I got a Bible in my suitcase. Like I always try to read the Bible once a day, at least a chapter.
Right. Spiritual health.
Yeah, spiritual health, right? So those are now become part of my life. Now I'm in this emotional health space and relational health space where I want to have better relationships. I want to be more in tune with my emotions. I want to be able to express my emotions. I want to be able to be vulnerable and expressive and not shut down.
Right.
Whether I like your response or not, I want to just be able to articulate. So I've been reading books this quarter. So that's what this quarter is for me right now. So I got the 5 love languages. I'm going to finish that. I got like 4 other relational books just to be able to become a better relationship person and emotional health. And then going into Q3, I'm going to start looking at from my financial health perspective, reading financial books.
Right.
But these are literally the conversations that we had. Like I literally just had this with Kris the other day. We were just talking about, I was telling him this, and I eat my food one at a time. Right? So I eat the sides. Like I literally eat.
You don't like things touching?
I don't like things touching. Like I eat things one at a time. And anybody knows that about me. And so I was telling them like, so I'm treating how I digest books the same.
That makes sense.
I'm like, right now I'm just focused on emotional health.
Right.
So every book I'm reading right now, it's about emotional health.
Right.
I'm a transition once I felt like I got what I needed.
To do that. Yeah.
And he's like, bro, that's crazy because I done read the 5 love languages. I read this, I did that. He's scatterbrained, but it's literally, he's like, but I can understand how you're digesting it. But these are like, hey, bro, you should really read this book.
Right.
I think this is a great book for you to read. Like those are the conversations that we have, and I love it.
And so the book I'm reading now, Charlamagne the God, the Art of Small Talk.
Okay.
And like when I was telling you off camera, like just going to these brands and partners with sponsors, just like cut the small, get to the point. Like get to the point. Like the worst somebody can tell you is no. So it's just like I've always like been an avid reader. I love reading. So when you were just like, oh, I'm reading this book, I'm like, I just get so excited. So I'm like, what are you reading? Like, tell me about it. So like, I'm gonna have to add that to my library. And if you are watching this podcast and you have one of my books, please bring it back.
She's talking about that.
I'm very upset about that. If you are an avid reader, it's so hurtful when someone borrows a book from you and they don't return it back. You're not a good person. Please give me my book back. But yeah, so just being able to like see that growth. So like, just with everything, and you have your 33 list of things that you wanted to do. How many of those have you knocked down so far?
I ain't gonna lie. So some of them are like things I want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are things I want to do. I haven't accomplished. I mean, I've only been 33 for like 30 days. So
Right. you got a whole year.
It's a whole year, right? But like some of the ones that stand out to me that I could just recall is I want to read 8 books. So eight's my line number.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
it's 8.
Oh.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
8 was my line number.
Good energy. So it's like, okay, I'm 8 books, cool.
Right.
I want to take a solo trip this year.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah,
Make sure you sew an ear tag and whatever you got
like
those.
just a solo trip, you know.
Those are good.
I'm thinking like New Mexico or something, just somewhere different and weird. My grandmother, she turned 75 in January. She said she never been to New York. So,
you gotta take grandma.
One of my goals is take her to New York. My mom said she never flew first class before. One of my goals is to fly my mom first class. You know, but also in the same sense, it's some business goals that I have.
Right.
You know, one of them is to become a better man. One is to become a better brother, son. Like, so there's different things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Create, you know, more memories with the ones that I love and things like that. So it's a space where it's not just like all these check boxes of like, oh, I gotta get this like task. It's really just like I want to better myself in some areas. I want to create impact and love in some areas, and I want to be able to buy some things because I love gifts. So gifting myself is the best gift, you know. And
I feel like this year was like the first year I didn't necessarily do like a vision board, which I think vision boards are cool, but it's just like I wanted to do something that I know would be attainable for me to do and not look back at it and be like, dang, I didn't do this, or dang, I didn't do that. So I actually made like a little bingo card for myself. So like still kind of the idea, but it's just kind of like just scaling it to like, all right, get a season of the podcast then, or read 12. So my goal is like, because I'm like, I got to read a book every month. So like 12 books for the year, and just like different things that is like, some may be small, some might be bigger than others, but it's just like things that I know like I'll be satisfied when I go back and be like, okay,
it was a solid year.
Yeah, and like even when you were just like, you know, you having your Bible, like before, like just dealing with people in this world we live in today, my mom will always say like, you got to put your armor on before you leave your house. So like every morning I have to meditate, I gotta have my gospel, like I just have to do those things to get me like where I need to be before I step out that door. Because once you step out that door, you whatever happens.
And it's crazy that you say like the armor, because I had like gave my life to Christ recently before I turned 33.
Oh, dope.
Because like, you know, they say, you know, us culture people, we always got something with it. Like, oh, you know, 33, that's your Jesus year.
Right.
You know, all this other stuff. But like, it was like, oh, that was, you know, the year Jesus died on the cross. And I felt convicted to like really just have a different walk with God.
Right.
But my therapist was just telling me like, you put your armor on. You give your life to him. So it's just crazy that like your mom says that, because like I feel like that like every day, because like you just be needing him for real with you.
Man, I saw this post. It was me. It was just kind of like, you never thought you would be a prayer warrior until you became an adult.
Hey, listen. Boy be praying 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Every day.
Like, you be fighting for your life, man.
When I tell you literally grasping, I was talking to my mom. She was just like, Kris, just keep hanging in there. I was like, I feel like that cat from that picture. I am holding.
For dear life, I'm holding on.
And like, if you only understand, it's just like, I feel like growing up, you know, millennials and just in this generation, we've seen so many things, and it's just kind of like still having to function and to deal with life in the middle of all of this. So it's just kind of like, I feel like we've grown through a lot of things that like would probably break the average person, or definitely send them to a mental institution. So it's just like, even being in the industry that we're in, like how do you just keep your, because one, I feel like a lot of times this industry is imposter syndrome. If you mess around and get off your course and you look to the person at the left and you're like, oh, they're doing this and I'm not doing this. So like, how do you stop or like not have as much imposter syndrome? That's a big thing.
I think in this space that I've been in with God has really helped me, and understanding that, you know what, whatever He got for me, He got for me. You got skill, and then I find myself reflecting on moments, you know, of success, of had a TV show, or had this opportunity to host this, had this, like, these are his ways of reassuring you that, hey, you got the skill. It's cool.
You on the right path.
You on the right path. Chill. Yeah, hey, while I'm working, work on you.
Right.
So, like, I took that time to say, okay, while he working on something, let me make sure I'm looking good on camera. Let me make sure that my mental is right. Let me make sure I can equip what comes with this life. Right. Right. Let me make sure that when this happens, I don't forget you.
And that you're prepared.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this time, like, you're in the waiting room, God is just like, are you? I'm making sure you're prepared.
Are you sure?
Because when you go.
Yeah. And then it's also a space of like, hey, because I need to know that when you get there, you're not going to forget who got you there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, it's easy to forget that God the one to move these doors and he's the one who helped us do these things. Right. Nah, like, by the grace of God. Like, so for me, it's always like God, because I know I would be nothing without him. So I think as the season in life that I'm in, I'm just like, hey, man.
I think I'm in my Job season. I just hope I gotta wait 40 years.
I ain't gonna lie. When you get the Bible, you be like, hey, man.
I was like, hey.
I know you said faith, patience, like, but big dog.
Like, I had a conversation with my mom this morning. I was like, I was having the faith the size of a boulder, but now I got a mustard seed. She was like, that's all you need.
All you need.
I was just like, that's all you need.
But
like,
still, you be like, yo.
Listen, I'm like, hey, dog.
Like, hear me? Hey, big dog. I know, but
right, it's like, hey, friend. Like, I read it. I can't be true.
Come on, big dog.
Please help me.
Please help me.
Listen, I think at least weekly I have one of those Tyrese cries. What more do you want from me?
Please, God.
Oh, God. But, like, honestly, I hate this question, but I'm going to ask it to you anyway. So, what's next for you?
You know what? I don't know.
And that's the thing. I'm going to start telling people, I don't know. I don't know.
So, like, on the entrepreneurial side, I got some different things in the space, but, you know, as a host, man, I have some creative ideas of some live podcasts I want to put together. But honestly, you know, it's funny because, you know, being one of my business partners, I'm like, man, I don't know what's next. He said, bro, you don't gotta know. Mm-hmm. Like, God knows. So exactly. I just be like, all right, cool. Like, and so I just be in a space of just trying to, like, flow, not overthink.
And just go.
Try to enjoy it. Like, maybe like, bro, you 33, bro. Like, you ain't 83, bro. You ain't 73, bro. You 33. So much life.
You got time.
You got time. Just enjoy this season and learn what you can in this season. And so I just feel like whatever's next is gonna be big.
Hell yeah.
Because I just feel like this season that God done put me through, there's been a lot of pruning. There's been a lot of growth.
Oh.
There's been some things that, like, a year ago you could have said, yo, Jahliel, this is what this next year gonna look like for you. I'd be like, nah, you tripping. Ain't no way I would have fasted. Ain't no way I would have done this. There's no way I would have been reading. Nothing. But it's like, nah, hey, he preparing you to keep you grounded.
Just hearing the growth and just everything. I really enjoyed this conversation. So, like, if you had to make a plaque for any incoming freshman at Virginia State, what would it say?
Chase your dreams or watch someone else live them.
That's factual.
You know, because it's just chase them. Like, think about it, like, if you didn't chase your dreams.
Yeah, no, that's how I was like, yeah.
Like, you right. Because somebody gonna chase them.
Yeah.
Why not you?
And don't let anyone tell you what your dream should be.
Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever your dream is, chase your dreams.
Exactly.
You know? Like, if it's to be a doctor, nurse, TV host, astronaut, whatever it is.
It's not going to be easy.
It ain't.
But chase it.
Or you going to watch somebody else live your dream.
Hell yeah. And I think that's just like, even when at first, like, I was in this space where it's just kind of like, do I even still want to do media? Like, is this someplace I want to be? And then I realized, this is my happy place. This is why I feel like when I'm in these rooms, like, I feel like my heart rate slows down, and I just feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. So whether it be for, like, the rest of my life or the next couple of years, right now, I'm definitely enjoying the time.
And my dad always says, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
Oh, gosh.
So whatever it is, if it was easy, everybody. Like, think about it. If it was easy to work out, everybody work out. If it was easy to eat healthy, everybody eat healthy. If it was easy to go to therapy, everybody go to therapy.
You're right. And when you break it down like that, it's just kind of like...
If it was easy,
everybody would be doing it. And everybody's not doing it. Everybody's not doing it. So, like, again, is there anything I didn't ask that you want to share?
Nah, I think we covered all bases for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my job. Just everything that you're doing. I'm just to, like I said, from the time that we've crossed paths up until now, like everything that you're doing, I'm just always so proud and cheering for you from where I'm at. And I mean, I will meet you at the top, okay? Like that's literally how I feel about it. So like, one thing I want to ask you, because we talked about this off camera, and I promise I'm gonna close out. Forever. And when you were talking about your relationship with you and your dad, it reminds me so much of the character Justin and his father in Forever, and just being able to have that dialogue about being emotional, about your future and what you want to do. So like, I know you said you didn't watch it yet. Please go watch Forever and tell me what you think. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story. Finally, a series about young black love with no trauma.
Okay.
And education and just figuring things out for sure, but like no trauma warning. Yeah. So I think, and just after hearing the conversation, dialogue we had today, I think you would really enjoy it. So yes, add it to your watch list. But where can people connect with you, find you, donate to the foundation?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on social media, just Jahliel Thurman, JAHLIEL THURMAN, and that's where you'll find anything about Yard Talk 101, the Jahliel Thurman Foundation, and everything that we're doing, everything how we moving. So
are you coming home, stay homecoming, aka my birthday?
When is it?
October 4th. Best day. I know you said
what?
Best day ever.
That's an early homecoming.
It is an early homecoming.
That is.
And it's my birthday.
You know what?
I'm going to be on my head.
I have to let the team know, because I don't know who else might have a homecoming that early. So I can't go on, I'm not gonna go on record say I will 100% be there.
Okay.
The Southside Brothers have hit me and said after my clip when Cam Newton went viral, they was like, hey, you need to come out. I'm like, but y'all tailgate is top tier though.
Oh, the tailgate.
The tailgate is top tier for sure. Tailgate is top tier. I'm not gonna lie, y'all have, and I think I might have said that on the clip. I don't remember, but like y'all tailgate is.
Well, it's okay. We can clip this again one more time.
Y'all like that was the first time I seen like some tailgate, because it's the South.
Oh, we don't
South.
Like, I was at a my mom's friend's tailgate. I had crab legs, fried fish, red rice.
It was a
seafood salad.
Like everybody's tailgate is different, but like y'all's was like that country tailgate. Like, I was like, yo, this is different. Like, this is dope. But I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna let the team know, because we're looking to do my HBCU dinner series.
Oh, dope!
And trying to figure out what schools and what homecomings and Thursday before and stuff like that. So if we decide to come to South Carolina State, I'll definitely be hitting you.
Please have your people call my people.
I'll have my people call your people. Co-host it with me and help me bring some bulldog energy to homecoming. Like,
then nothing but a word. But I appreciate you so much for taking the time to chat with me and have this conversation.
I am proud of you. Seeing your growth from Bulldog Bite to radio. I mean, you had an opportunity to be on the Breakfast Club, and that's not a small feat. That just shows, like, regardless of your relationship with Charlamagne, like, that isn't just because you got a relationship with somebody. That's their job.
That don't mean they gonna put you on.
That don't mean they gonna put you on. So that just lets you know someone his stature, granted the personal relationship, but your skill set.
Yeah.
And if you've ever questioned if you were supposed to be in these rooms, if you're supposed to be in those spaces, despite what you've been through, just understand that was God providing you reassurance that you deserve, you've earned the right, and his purpose is to have you in those rooms.
Thank you, Julie. So I really appreciate that.
I just want to give you your flowers and let you know that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you. Well, this was another chapter in Princess Diaries. Thank you again for sitting with me. And make sure you stay tuned, for the next episode. Thank you, Jahliel.